it doesn't peel off very well. It can rip the box.
Okay.
Oh, Astrid just replied that Schmidt puzzle, this mini panoramic puzzle, was a used one, and she hasn't been able to find it on my
Gibson.
speedpuzzling.
Got it.
So maybe it was a limited edition.
It's gonna be difficult. It's
Yes,
similar
so
like
this
that.
puzzle has a poster. If you want to, you can take the poster out. It's probably a bit curved and bent there, so you can.
Oh no! I cut the box. Opal.
Yeah, you can already flatten it out and get it ready to put onto your stand or put it on the table.
Your speed, probably. Hey, and Rook. Yeah,
okay. Good. When you are ready, place the lid back on the box and then put it in the middle of the table. Then I know you are ready.
This is gonna be difficult. Ready to go. I'm gonna be standing up for this. Hope you're doing well, Anouk.
Okay. All right. Okay, good. Let's do a countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Go.
Good luck, everybody. Yes, this is the Gibsons.
Yes, I could already tell by the shape of the box that it might be.
Yeah, there's not many brands with like small square boxes. Let's have a look.
Apply all the things I've learned about my flipping technique.
Okay, so this one is called Off to the Coast from Dominic Davidson. So a classic British scene, kind of vintage retro style, a train, some people waiting for the train, and houses, train tracks, birds, kind of something very typical from Gibson's. So a very, standard scene that you might expect from this brand.
Yeah,
what I like about Gibson's images is that they always have like animals on them. There's always like dogs or cats. And they're not always super obvious. So I don't know. I saw two when you were holding it up, but maybe there's like some other ones hidden.
True. There's a man waiting on the bench and he has a dog next to him. And then the people waiting with their luggage also have a dog. But it's like, would you take a dog to the train station? I'm not sure.
Yeah, you can. I mean, I've traveled with my dog on the train before, but it depends on the dog, I guess.
Yeah. So we'll start at the letter A today. We have Aaron from the UK, Aidan from Switzerland, Amanda from the UK, Amber from New Zealand, Andrea from USA, and Angelica from Germany. And Aaron replied to the question that the question reminded him that he needs to pack his EJJ number 73 to bring on holiday next week. So yes, that's another thing. Some people bring their mystery puzzles on holiday with them and do them there.
Yeah, I love again Angelica's top view of the whole thing. You can really see exactly what she's doing with that view. Everybody's like busy flipping. So far nobody has come up with like a new type of flipping technique. I'm still waiting like for innovations in speed puzzling. But flipping seems to be the one thing that we've figured out how to do very quick.
Yeah, we actually met Angelica on Sunday at Frugi's event. So that was lovely. Angelica in her Puzzle Fox t-shirt. And yeah, she's participated in many competitions, so it was nice to meet her in person.
Yeah, and we can kind of see the spread like of colors. It's weird because like on Aaron's table, it looks like a lot of the pieces are like orangey browny, red-ish. But when I look on Amanda's table, they look green. So I wonder if they've just been flipping different parts of the puzzle so far.
Yes, there is like the reddish part of the image would be like bricks. There's like a church and some houses and chimneys with like this reddish tone. There's also some luggage, some suitcases, and the park bench is also red and part of the train. Yeah, so on screen we also have Anna from Cyprus, Anna from, oh, we have multiple Annas. And I have more Annas on screen than I have registrations for. Don't forget to register. Okay. We have Anna R, we have Anna S, we have Anna L from Germany, she registered. We also have Astrid from Denmark and Aurora from Norway.
Yeah, it's important to register because otherwise we don't have your information and then we run into problems like now where we don't know who you are or where you're from.
Yeah, I think, okay, some people just registered in the last few minutes. Yeah, so possibly as Anna A on the top left is from Cyprus, Anna R is from Sweden, Anna S, I'm assuming, is from Latvia, and Anna L, yes, that's Anna. Anna from Latvia. Yes, please use an initial as well. That helps us for common names. Anna L is from Germany. All right. Yeah, Gibson's does have a lot of train-themed images. I mean, we have had the Cross the Ribble before with the choo-choo train going across the bridge. And there are actually multiple, train-themed images. Might just be, I don't know if it's a very British thing or if they have a preference for that. Maybe if they seek out images kind of celebrating British transport heritage, you might say.
Yeah, and I find that it's not just trains, but they also often have like trucks or cars, or like scenes of a road or something like that, or like moving trucks. They seem very focused on trucking, on driving on vehicles, vehicles of all kinds. Yeah, we can see that some people have started to build the border, like Anna A. And Anna L has pulled out a bunch of the blue pieces for the sky that is in the top left of the image. And yeah, I think that's probably a very popular starting position, is to start with that sky area.
Yeah, these images tend to go fast. The style of image tend to go fast for a lot of people because you have like a small section of sky, then one main element. Often it's like you say, like a truck or a train or a ship, and then like a few houses, and then some people in the foreground. So it's good for people who like a larger section, like a sky, and then, but also the people who like busy elements, like to pull out a piece and go, well, there's the dog and there's the suitcase. So I think we could, maybe expect some faster times today.
Yeah, we got our first guess in for fastest time. Vicky thinks that it's going to be 34 minutes and 17 seconds for first place.
So then I better move fast. So let's keep on going. All right, we have Birgit from Germany, Cara from Germany, Catherine from USA. Yes, who we also met at the weekend on Sunday. Very nice. We have Catherine from the UK, Cel from France, and Chiara from Italy.
I have to pay better attention to people's names because, yeah, I know that Catherine is participating in the Euro Jigsaw Jams, and I totally didn't know who she was at the event in Siegen. So sorry. I would have liked to say hello because we have the same name. So
yeah. She's going to the Dutch Nationals.
All right. Well, maybe we can meet there.
Yeah, Kat, you'll have to go and say hi to Catherine. Yes, so we see borders and sky coming together.
Yeah, Chiara has the border for the sky built and is like building inwards from there. But yeah, all the blue and white pieces that belong there in the sky. Yeah, pretty much same with not everybody else, but like a lot of people are pulling out those blue pieces, and I guess that they must be really easily recognizable from the big pile of mostly red and brown and green pieces. So I'm not surprised that that's a popular starting point. I also like the way that Chiara has positioned her puzzle pieces on the table. So she has like the ones that she's working on are really close to the border that she's building. And then to her right, she has like all the other pieces. And then I think close to her are the rest of the edge pieces. So yeah, really nice piece management.
Yeah, just put it back on there. So Christina Reba Thompson, your camera is not working. Please check that. Yeah, not seeing you at the moment. Christina Reba Thompson. On screen, we also have Christina from Germany. Elena from Finland. Elena from Latvia. Okay, yeah, Christina, I can see you now. Thank you. Then we also have Amelia from Finland, Christina from Denmark, and Eva from Poland.
Oh my God, the dogs are.
Yeah, and Eva has the whole border done.
Yeah, you
I
guys
think
are
she's
disgusting.
the first person that I see that has the full border. Emilia is not working on the sky. She is building like little islands of things that she has placed in the middle of her building station. Elena is building the sky, but not the edge to connect it to. So she's kind of building out from the cloud. Yeah, Elena is doing the the same thing as some other people have, where they have the border of the sky finished and all these blue pieces lying about. And yeah, Christina is also building like small little islands. It looks like it's hard to tell if those are people or if it's a part of the train, maybe.
Some
yeah, so
red. The red, yeah, there is like the very first part, like I don't know what you call it, but like a bumper at the front of the train. It's red, but the rest of the train is green and black. But there is, you can also see it a bit better on Amelia's. I think Amelia is going for the red sections. She's got like the house going and yeah, some reddish looking areas there. But yeah, Alina J is on the floor, so I hope her knees hold out. I couldn't handle that. My knees.
Even notice. Yeah, and my back, like you have to bend over even more than if you're sitting or standing at a table.
Okay, let's see how everyone else is getting on. Okay, we have Francisca from Germany, Frederica from Czechia, Freya from Denmark, Gabriella is from Romania, Hannah from Czechia, and Inga from Lithuania. So Graham says in the chat that there are some false fits with Gibsons. I have to say, I don't notice them. And I think with this image, it was, I didn't really have a problem. Okay, maybe in the trees. I admit, maybe in the trees, you might get a bit lost. You might be turning pieces in multiple directions, trying to fit them in. But everywhere else, it's kind of like you can, those who like pick and place, like you can find the details quite well.
Yeah, and I think it helps with false fits also if you have a really nice puzzle image, because often the puzzles where I have more problems with false fits is if it's just not a nice image to puzzle with like no gradient or just a flat color or yeah, like you said, like these areas where it's like really hard to tell which way around you even turn your pieces. So maybe that that can help with the with these types of puzzles, because there's always stuff on it to see, and I think it's pretty easy to probably tell like what the puzzle piece belongs to when you hold it in your hand.
Yeah, I actually quite like the Gibson's piece cut, and I think I don't have too much problem with it, and I find that there's a nice variety of piece shapes, so that helps. So let's see. Oh, yeah, be interested. Is there Gibsons in America? Are there Gibsons in New Zealand? Because we have participants from the USA and New Zealand today, and maybe this is their first Gibson's puzzle. All right, so we also have with us today Inga from the Netherlands, Irma from Switzerland, Jackie from New Zealand, and it's like 5 a.m. where she is. So good on her for getting up and doing an EJJ before work. Then we have Jessica from US, Judith from Germany, and Yuka from Finland. And Yuka also always has really nice piles. He really takes his time and he likes to sort and get things in order.
Yeah, I see. He has done a really nice sort, and the advantage of a sort is that you just have them ready to go, so you can just then work them off. It does take more time in the beginning, and you're sacrificing some time doing a sort, but if you have it, then it should go faster once you actually get started puzzling. We can always see this when you're doing a pairs puzzle or a teams puzzle, and you have a dedicated sorter in your team that just makes piles, and then once you're done with your section, they just hand you the next section to do, and you can see like how fast that is compared to every time picking the pieces out. So it can be a really good strategy. We've seen it less and less with the super fast puzzlers. I think they don't sort much apart from the edges, but yeah, I think it can work, especially for puzzles where you can sort stuff easily.
Yeah, I'm not much of a sorter for a 500-piece puzzle, but since I'm the slowest in my team, I'm now doing a lot more sorting for the others so that they can just keep on building and building and just focus on assembly. And I've got my little trays and can hand them. And the puzzle we did on the weekend had a lot of sausages on it, so we had like a sausage tray going around. The other some teams called it the meat tray. It sounds like most team had a tray with meat or sausages going around.
I thought that was the worst part of that puzzle, was all the sausages.
all the flesh.
Yeah.
All right. We have Karen from the USA, Kati from Germany, Katrin from Switzerland, Kirsten K from Germany, Laura from the UK, and Lenka from Slovakia. And I see a lot of built sections with Lenka and Kati, but also Katrin has a huge section of sky. So yeah, we're at 16 minutes and we're really seeing like, good sections coming together.
Where was that beef?
Yeah, there you can see. Yeah, for some people, these types of images are also very easy to puzzle, because a lot of us have grown up with like very similar puzzles. I would say that these Gibson's puzzles are more like traditional, I guess. Images is like how I would call them. And yeah, so that might also just be, if you're used to a certain type of puzzle, it'll be really easy for you to do. But on the other hand, we know Kati is a super fast puzzler. We know Lanka is a super fast puzzler. So it might also not have anything to do with that.
Yeah, but it looks like they're working on different sections. I mean, right now we've got, it looks like Linka has the bottom right section, so the people and the luggage. Katrin has the sky done, and Kati is working a bit of, well, actually it looks very similar to Linka's. So yeah, we'll check back with them in the not too distant future, and but yeah, making great progress so far.
I also really like that people have their little mascots in every stream. I always discover new ones that I hadn't seen before.
So with us today, we also have Lindsay from the USA, Lena Beata from Norway, Lisa from Denmark, Lynn from Belgium, Marcia from the Netherlands, and Madara from Latvia. And Marcia is also, a bit of working on everywhere at the same time, but it's coming together.
Yeah, I've seen that more and more lately as well. I just call it like chaos puzzling, is where you just you put pieces in wherever you see them. So instead of like finishing a whole section and you just see like some other pieces with the corner of your eye and they might go somewhere else, then you just build them because you saw them, and like why would you see them and then maybe lose them out of sight later on, and then you have to search for them again. So yeah, I think maybe that's what she's doing, just like jumping from section to section.
But it's actually also quite similar to Lena Beata. I mean, both of them have done parts of the border, parts of the red sections, some of the luggage, and oh look, there's some clouds over there. I know where those go, the white and the blue lines. So I'll just do them over here, but I won't finish it completely. So yeah, interesting. But yeah, I think with this puzzle you can do that. You can jump around a bit.
Yeah, because the separate sections are so distinct. And then, you know, if you see something in the pile, why not just grab it and put it in? The problem that I personally have with this is that I will see something in the pile, I'll grab the pieces, I have them in my hand, and then while I have them in my hand, I see something else that I want to build, and I forgot what type of pieces do I actually have in my hand. So I have to like keep looking at my hand and reminding myself, oh yeah, I was actually looking for those pieces. So, but that might just be a me problem.
Okay, we're up to the Maris and Maria. Maya's. Okay, so we have Maya from Finland, Mandy from the Netherlands, Mari from USA, Maria from Finland, Maria from Slovakia, and Maria from Sweden. And box assistant, having a comfy snuggle on the puzzle pieces.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone is playing bingo tonight, but I know that that's one of the boxes is at on screen. Yeah, wow. And look at Mari's progress. She has been kind of in a very similar kind of chaotic way, building from the top up, from the bottom down, from the middle out, from the out in. And yeah, she has like pieces of all the sections kind of completed-ish. Whereas on the other hand, we see Maria R, who is very strictly building just the sky and building out from there. Or she has that whole sky section complete.
And another thing is, if you have a poster, you can lean it up against something flat. So she's actually using the box, the Schmidt box. That's actually something good that's not going to flop over. If you have one of the yellow box holders, I mean, here it doesn't really matter because you have an image on the box, but some boxes don't have such a good image and you need to use the poster. The yellow box holders, there is actually a slit where you can put a poster in there. Yeah, but everyone's making great progress, and yeah, Maria R is doing a fantastic job on the sky. So apparently you can. Yeah, there's some message in the chat. Apparently you can get Gibsons in America as well.
Yeah, that's good to know. I wonder if it's popular, because they have so many American brands that we don't like see here or ever even encounter in stores, or very rarely. So I wonder how popular the Gibson's puzzles are in the US.
And they're having a discussion about chaos puzzling. So yeah, so Fruji has tried different methods and she's come back to chaos puzzling. All right, we have on screen Marina from Sweden, Mayday from Poland, Mimali, and I think that is has a different name. Sana from Finland is Mimili. Then we also have Melanie from Switzerland, Marilyn from Estonia, and Nadia from Indonesia. Nadia was also there on Sunday, so that was lovely to meet her. I just want to point out, Marilyn has a Ravensburger speed puzzling drink bottle. So it looks like she's deconstructed her world championship box holder and turned it into her speed puzzling drink bottle. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I love the new colors that they have for the Ravensburger speed puzzling merch. So it's not just the blue anymore, but it's like a little rainbow that goes over the thing, like on the box holders, on these like flag thingies that they had at the entrance, the bags that the puzzles come in. They used to just be like a Ravensburger blue, but they now are like a nice little pastel rainbow, and I enjoy that.
Yeah, or maybe it's a sticker. Maybe they were giving away those stickers at one of the championships, but that's a good idea. Yeah, but yeah, people are doing great here. We can see many people doing the sky, many people are working on the reds, and others working on the borders. So let's keep on going. Let's see what else is happening.
Yeah, and Pamela says they have limited Gibsons available in the US. She loves the images, and her goal is to do 50 different brands of puzzles in 2025.
Is there 50? Are there 50 brands? Okay.
Probably.
You have to tell us how many you're up to right now. So we have Nia from the UK, Nicole from Bulgaria, Nina from Denmark, Quinta from the Netherlands, Rachel from Denmark, and Rika from Finland.
Yeah, Nia has been crushing it in the UK puzzle competitions recently. Like every time I see results from the Puzzle Guzzle, she's like at the top, and if not at the, I think she's always been at the top, hasn't she?
Yeah, so, she's always at or at the very close to the top. So yeah, definitely one to watch from the British. But yeah, she's also doing a similar strategy to like Mari and Marcia, kind of a bit of everything. And then we see others like Quinta and Rachel and Nina are very, consistent, finishing off that sky section and then moving on to something else.
And it's very interesting to see that Rika is working from the bottom up. She has kept that sky section for later. And I wonder if she is just gonna be able to put it in like super fast at the end, because we see so many people starting with the sky and she seems to be saving it.
Yeah, maybe that's saving it for speeding up towards the end. So yeah, we're about halfway through the list at the moment. No, we're actually getting to the second half, because who knows, if 34 is the winning time, we might have someone finish in the next 10 minutes. But yeah, we've got lots of participants from all around the world actually joining us today. So we also have Rika from Denmark, Robert from Sweden, Sarah from Sweden, Saka from Czechia, Saskia from Germany, and Selma from Sweden. So I actually got mother and daughter on the same screen. And actually they're doing pretty much the same. So yeah, they've both done the border. So Selma and Sarah have both done the border. They've both done the red houses. They've both done like the white line of the like, you know, where it says don't cross over the line or stand behind the line.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, looks like mum is slightly ahead. But
yeah, I always find it fascinating when multiple family members are good at puzzling. I wonder if it's something genetic. Someone maybe that's a good like research project for someone to find out. But we see it more often in our small little community that sisters, parents, and children are into puzzling and are both very good at it. So it might have something to do with that.
Yeah, Selma is, I think, is our youngest participant tonight. She's in the age, yeah, so she's a teenager. Yeah, great to have her. Yeah, she's one of our regular regular participants, and also for the solos. Okay, we also have Similia. She's from France. Then we have Smilla from Sweden, Steffi B from Germany, Steffi D from Austria, Stein from Belgium, and Susanna from Germany. Yes, Steffi B has done quite a lot, like at least 50% now. I mean, the top half is pretty much done except for some gaps in the trees, but she also has floating islands of the trains, sections of the train and houses. And yes, Similia B, I would say, that's an example of chaotic puzzling, because there's
Yeah.
sections and then loose pieces and then more sections and then more loose pieces in between. But
yeah, there I wonder if the space management, the piece management could maybe be, excuse me, I'm feeling I need to sneeze and then I don't have to sneeze, so I'm sorry. When you have all these pieces like kind of lying in the middle, it's easier to puzzle them into place because you can see them and they're really close to it. But on the other hand, if they're in the middle, they might be in the way of something else, or they might be blocking connections that things that could already be connected that are not connected right now because of all the pieces that are kind of taking up the space. Personally, I like to connect as soon as possible because I just feel like it helps you see the image in a different way, and you can really see like where the gaps are, and it helps you to puzzle faster. But you know, everybody has their own little ways of how they're doing things.
exactly. Yeah, there's no one right way to do it. I mean, if you see the World Championships, people have different starting points, but they all get there in the end. So we're almost at the end of the alphabet, and then we can narrow down on those who are in the running for the top positions. So we have Tamar from the Netherlands, Tammy from USA, Valentina from Belgium, Verena from Austria, so Verena B from Austria, and Verena K from Austria, and Veronica from Slovakia.
Yeah, and we can see that most people, I would say maybe like between a quarter and like halfway through the puzzle. That seems to be like where most people are at. And I know that some people are probably further along, especially some of the people that we've seen before. But Tamar is doing amazing. I mean, it looks like she only has the sky to do and the tree area, and it looks like she has like all the rest of the puzzle is done. And I know Tamar has been getting pretty quick times. There's definitely one to watch also for the Dutch championships that are coming up soon.
So I'm going to introduce quickly the last two people. We have Victor, who only has like 20 pieces left, and we have Zana from Latvia. All right, let's take a closer look. Yeah, so I mean, Tamar is doing amazing. Victor is on the home stretch. We also have Mari doing a great job. Let's check in with Amelia, Chiara, Kati, Inga. Amelia Stewart.
All right, yeah, Victor has also kept, he has kept all the green pieces last, it looks like, and he hasn't even finished the border yet in the top right. I'm assuming that'll come very, very soon once he fills in the gaps there in the middle. Tamar is still working on parts of the sky, of the clouds. Mari is also finishing with the clouds and with the green areas. Inge is, from what I can see, building mostly also everything in the top part, especially the green tree. I'm assuming green tree will be the place where most of the people finish today. Emilia also, I mean, pretty much in the same position, similar position as Mari and Kati and Inge and Tamar, but I think Victor might have this one. He has like, how many pieces is that? 15 pieces left?
He's now got down to like 5, but yeah, he has pieces on there as well. There's okay. Now we're going to see.
I mean, I'm looking at his open spaces.
Oh,
and
true. Yeah, there was only like 3 pieces on the white section, but then and then I noticed that they had them pieces on the board. But yeah, just now we're going to see how he rotates them and gets them into the right position.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem to be super easy because we can see that he has to try pieces in multiple places. And there we go, the last piece.
Go, Victor! And his hands, people will notice that his left hand is moving crazily as well. It's not just that his right hand is moving. You always see both hands kind of, jostling around the puzzle. Both being
and
crazy.
I think one of the guesses was right on the money. I mean, this was like 34 minutes and like 30 something seconds. So it's very, very close to the first guess that we got in from Vicky.
But it looks like Inge has the least number of pieces, like about 15 pieces of green left. So it looks like trees are the end boss. The end boss on this puzzle.
The end boss, exactly.
Okay. So we have a lot of people coming in after Inge. So like Mari, Emilia, Chiara have about 20 pieces. Kati and Andrea about 30. So very fast. Who else could there be? And we also saw Lenka was also in that top tree section.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Inge is now putting in the last what is this, like maybe 10 pieces in the green area at the top. It almost looks like she's putting them in row by row, so she only has like this last 1.5 rows left to puzzle. We can see Mari is like feeding the puzzles like from her hands into the free spots on the table. Tamara has like all of her pieces just there at the top and putting in one after the other. I don't know, maybe she also only has like 10 pieces left actually. Kati is busy also with the sections at the top, and I think for her it might be harder to see because she has this really dark table, and at least on the camera it's like really hard to see which way those pieces might need to be turned. And Inge is done!
Yay! Inge takes second place. Oh yeah, then looks like her sister comes over and gives her a hug.
Well done, Inge. And third place goes to Tamar.
Oh, Tamar. There we go.
Yeah, at the top. Congratulations.
All right, so first place Victor, second Inge, third Tamar. Congrats. Okay.
And I think now it's between Mari and Kati putting in the last few pieces. Mari has 2 more pieces and she puts the last one in and she's done.
Great, Mari.
Congratulations. And Kati is done.
Oh, very close.
Good job. Very close, yeah.
Just like 10 seconds later. Okay. So on screen we have Emilia, Chiara, Marcia, and Andrea. So that means Lenka must be close. Oh, probably Lena Beata as well. Oh, yes. But yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that a lot of people are finishing very close to each other. We're still under 40 minutes. You just have to realize like how crazy this is that everyone can finish a puzzle under 40 minutes. Yeah, this is really, really, really amazing.
Yeah, I mean, and there's so many coming in, all in like the similar level, because I can't put everyone on my screen. But right now we have Amelia, Chiara, Marcia, Andrea, Lenka, and Veronica. But also, yeah, coming up close is Steffi B and Lena, Beata, and yeah, several others as well. But I can't get everyone on there.
What's interesting is that Chiara is not finishing with the greens at the top. She has like a bunch of random kind of free spaces in the middle of the image. So that might be an
Yeah.
advantage for her to finish quicker. Oh, but Emilia's putting in the last pieces. Yes, last piece. Woo! Good job, Emilia.
Awesome. Okay, then I can frees up some space for another person. So Steffi B is also coming in strong. And Nia. Oh. Andrea's done.
Oh, Andrea finished. Nia finished. Oh my God. I think we missed you guys. So sorry. Congratulations. 7th and 8th place.
Oh yeah, and just regarding Nia, Gaza says that Nia is undefeated in individuals in the UK competitions, and she also has a formidable Gibson's collection. So good job, Nia. And there goes Marcia. Congrats. So just crossing over onto the 40 minutes.
Yeah, and we already have 10 finishers. Chiara finished. So we have 10 finishers under 40 minutes. And Lenka also finished. Congratulations. And Veronica finished. Everyone's coming in right now.
Everyone's just coming in seconds apart. Very exciting. Okay. Oh, looking really good here.
And Line Beate also finished. Yeah, this is amazing. I mean, we literally just crossed over the 40 minutes, and to already have 13 finishers this early on. I mean, it just speaks to how everybody must have been practicing and getting better and better. And remember like a year ago or so when there were like a few people that would finish under 40 minutes, maybe we had like 1 or 2 people, maybe 3 that would finish under the 40, and now we have 13, which is just insane. It just shows like the field at the top is getting more and more competitive. So watch out.
And Steffi B takes out 14th. Well, we're already at 14 people at like 41 minutes.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Kind of unbelievable. Because, I mean, it's not a difficult puzzle, but it's also not like, I wouldn't say that this is like a super easy puzzle. It has definitely challenging areas in the puzzle. And we can see people are struggling to put in the greens and for example. So I wouldn't say this is like one of those super, super easy puzzles. And yeah, I'm amazed. I feel like I say that every time when I'm commentating. I'm just amazed at like how fast everyone is.
Yeah, so we have a lot of people right now. So that seems to be the first like big wave of finishes, and now there's like another gap before the next wave. We see the next people that we have on screen all have more like about 20 to 30 pieces left. So yeah, unless there's somebody there sneaking closely. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of finishes coming in under the hour for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so too. I apologize. I had like a little bit of a cough. So sometimes I want to say something and then I'm like, I need to mute myself because I don't want to like cough in the microphone.
Okay, so yeah, on screen we have Eva, Inga, Francisca, Farina, Saka, and Quinta. Looks like Francie and yeah, Francie has the least amount of pieces left, just with like little gaps here and there. Some in the trees, some in the train tracks. A bit of all over the place, but yeah, Saka also just has a few gaps to go, but not in the trees. So it looks like she's got more of like the houses where she's got her last pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you can see with Farina and Quinta, they've been really methodical to really fill in the clouds and also the trees. And so now they only have like these busy elements left towards the end. So that's also a different strategy. Also, we see that Inga S has also really filled out the top half.
Yeah, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, that's probably how I would finish as well, because I find it easier to do bigger sections of like green or foliage or something than to do like busy sections. I'm not very good at like busy stuff and recognizing where what goes. So I tend to keep those things always for the end when I'm puzzling. And then I just have like these random gaps in my puzzle at the end.
Okay, and here comes in Francie. Yeah. Congrats. Okay, and yeah, just the last pieces for Saka and for Eva. Good job. Okay, and so now we're going to get a whole bunch more of people coming in. And yeah, Victor, if you're there, you can turn your mic on.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Victor, we didn't have you on in a while. Where have you been?
I've been here and there. I had a slower moment and weaker moment with speed puzzling for like 2 weeks. So you didn't see me as much. And also there weren't that many competitions that I partook in because of the 50 plus and many other. But yeah, I'm so happy that this puzzle showed up. I have never seen it before, but I cannot express how much in love I am with British puzzles. Because like every time I'm doing Ravensburgers with Trevor Mitchell illustrations or Davidson, I don't know the second one, but they do like those 4 packs of 500 pieces. These are the ones that I get the best times in and most of my PRs on it. So when I saw this image, I was like, I love this and I will have the flow, and the flow was there.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit, how did you tackle this puzzle? Because we only reached you when you were almost finished. So walk us through, like, how did you tackle it?
Yeah, so I took out the edge and I did it pretty early on. But I thought that I don't have all of the pieces for the edge in the like right top corner tree. So I decided to just abandon it. And eventually I found like 2 remaining pieces, but I said to myself that I don't have, like, I'm not on that way to the tree. So when I get there, I'll just do the edge and finish it. And I was so pleased because the flipping was so fast. And also building the edge was super duper fast. I think I was done with the edge under 6 minutes, and I was like, oh wow. And I was very much scared of the sky, because if there weren't that many clouds, I wouldn't be. But with the clouds, I said to myself, yeah, I think I would just do it near the end, because I want to have more information to go from, not only the edge. So I separated some of the blue pieces that were the darkest blue. So I at some point I just randomly just placed some of those when I had more time, and yeah, I basically did. I was taking all of the pieces that were sticking out from the main pile. In the first one, it was the reds, so it consisted of the bench, the telephone box, the like the red thingy on the train, and some of the suitcases, and also like bricks, red bricks, beige bricks on the right, rooftops, like everything that just stood out. I wasn't particularly trying to find something. I was just like, okay, I see this and it looks distinct enough. So I just grabbed it and I placed it in front of me, and I look at the box and it just took all of the pieces and placed them where they should be. And eventually it came together. I would say the hardest section was actually the railway, but I had everything done except for the railway and the sky and the trees. So it was easy enough to just pick out the railway, but it wasn't easy enough to know how to rotate the pieces because there are like 4 different lines, and also the gap in the middle. So yeah, I was maybe not scared, but I was respectful enough to this section that I was like, okay, I think that you can mess me up. So let's try to look at this rationally. And what I did was um, to complete those platforms with like the white lines and yellow lines. And after that, I could see, because at the very beginning I couldn't see that the second railway that is farther from us, it is much narrower. So if I have a piece with 2 lines of the railway, it must go to the top one, and the rest of the pieces go to the bottom one, and the rest of them just like came in together after I was done with those. Yeah, and then I started building the sky and trees in the same time, because I said to myself, okay, I can see that those trees are basically different from each other. Like each of those tree is totally different from one another. You can have the very much green and red like wood, then it's more black and yellow, then it's grayish, then you have the smoke from the chimney of the train, which is overlaying the very dark tree. Then you have the very bright green tree that is near the sky with like turquoise and gray. And when you look at the biggest tree on the right, you can, at least that's what I did. I was looking at if the pieces are distinct, and some of them were kind of orange. So I was like, okay, I can put them to the very right because these are the only orange trees that I can see. And also I was doing the background of the tree, not the tree itself. So it was easy to focus on the cloud behind the tree, and also the gap with the wide branch on the top. So it was very nice. And also the sky came in together quite nice. I didn't see those birds at the very beginning. So when I realized that they're there, it was like, okay, I have something to help me. And I did those. And also I was just like all over the place. And I was surprised that I don't have that much difficulty with the clouds, because I almost always have. But I think the piece cut just helped a lot. And also that there was this there was enough pieces that had the trees on them, and also there was the gradient that helped a lot to recognize if the piece should go above the clouds or under the clouds. Yeah.
Yeah, I like how you are able to look at the piece and then look at different parts within the piece in order to figure out where it goes, like how you were saying before. Like I was looking at the tree, but I was also looking at the blue that was shining through the tree. Or so I think that's a really good tip for people, is to like kind of shift the focus. maybe of a thing that you're building, and if it doesn't go that way, maybe think of like, what else can I see in that image, or in those pieces that can help you build it together. Is this something that you have always done, or is this like something you just did today?
And not just today, but it's a pretty new thing, because I realized that I should focus on doing this when I have greenery. After doing the puzzle for Paris in, what was it? It was like the end of March, that when we did it was like a Japan kind of puzzle in Paris with Natalia on EJJs. And we didn't look at the background of the trees, and that would help a lot. Like when I did this puzzle again, and I was just looking at the background and trying to follow the gradient in the sky, instead of trying to figure out how to like have the shapes of the pieces connect to what I already have. It was so much easier and so much faster. And this was the lesson learned. So thank you, Michelle, for the experience. And
So you said you don't go on holidays, so you don't take puzzles.
Yeah, I mean, the most of the time my family goes on vacations, because they go to like warm countries, and I'm unable to live in warm countries, so I just stay home with the dog. But I'm really happy with that, actually. Like if I had to choose to sit at home with my dog and to like go to, let's say, Croatia, and to like die from heat, I much rather stay home.
So you don't take puzzles on holidays. You let other people go on holidays, and then you stay home and do the puzzles.
Yes, and I have like all of the space for myself.
Well, don't you count going to Valladolid last year as a holiday?
I wish I could, but I didn't stay more than like 2 hours after the team's final, and I had to go before the closing ceremony closed.
Yeah.
So no, I wouldn't say that, because the traveling to Valladolid was very much a pain. I wasn't sleeping for 40 hours, and that